why not? You know, I got just a little bit of time left in my day here, so we're gonna fix a couple things on this old dirty old black Les Paul. And as you know, black guitars are obviously not my favorite colored guitar in the world, just because of that and that. But and this one has some weird strings on it. Now I better make sure my sound's working, because I know that my sound can be questionable at best sometimes, but it looks like, yeah, everything's working. Okay, so don't know the year of manufacture on this instrument. We may find out here some point during this live stream. I'm only going to be on here for about an hour because 2 o'clock is the end of my day and I have guitar students expecting me at home this afternoon. So let's get these old, looks like Ernie Ball strings off of here. I think this G string, oh, these are pretty heavy gauge strings, it seems like, but it might be like 11s. I'm not sure. So we are definitely going to, give me a second, let me get all these strings off of here. There we go. Yeah, that G string is huge. Wow, I don't know. Interesting. And it's also possible that the old one, or the original G string, was broken and somebody replaced it with a different gauge string. That happens a lot. People will just replace one string. I do not recommend doing that very often. I mean, if you're putting a set of strings on your guitar and you break one, yeah, go ahead and we'll notice that the screws are facing backwards, so we'll put this bridge back on in that direction, but we're going to have to adjust the intonation likely anyway. So now let me get that off of there. Oh, Lars Guitars, hi man. Oh, the camera's mirrored. Let me fix that. Thank you. God, dude, I'm so sorry about that. Let me fix this. I don't know how this keeps happening, but I appreciate you telling me that. Rotate 180 degrees. Oh wait, no, that was wrong. Let me undo that. Sorry about that. Now we're upside down. Transform, rotate 180 degrees. I get what's going on here. It's horizontal. I think flip horizontal. Hey, there we go. How's that? Does that look like a normal guitar? Oops. No. I don't want to shut OBS down. There we go. Thank you for telling me that, man. I appreciate it. It is a right-handed guitar, so that should be better. I'm going to go ahead and bury these. Now, obviously, one thing about this guitar that you'll notice is that the pickup is sitting there tilted. So we're going to go ahead and wipe it down and get all the dust off of it. The thing's been hanging up for a long time in this guy's house, and he's wanting to get back into playing. So we are going to help him get back into playing with a properly set up instrument. So we'll get all this dust off of here. I am going to pull the pick guard off and get all the dust out that might be hiding underneath there. I don't know how that thing got flipped overnight. That's weird, because my stream yesterday, it doesn't seem like it was left-handed, but it is possible that nobody told me that it was flipped. If there's ever anything wrong or backwards or something with my streams, please don't hesitate to tell me. I really, really appreciate it. It's not distracting, and it's like TikTok. Every guitar player on there plays left-handed, but they're not lefties. All right, so let's fix this pickup first thing. So we'll pull this pickup out of here. And watching somebody pull screws. Oh, they should have used some longer screws, right? Not a fan of gold hardware on electric guitars because it usually gets faded and stuff like this and ends up not looking real great after a few years of using it. But to each his own, you know. I have one guitar with gold hardware, and that was a lovely gift from my friend at Jamprosound. So let's see what's going on here. Sometimes Yes, I'll put a spring on it. Yeah, that just got... Okay, so the threads are good on that. So let's go ahead and put a spring on there and get that pickup adjusted properly. Where are my springs? Somebody tell me. Oh, look at there. I got a box. Look at that. I got a whole bunch of them. Yep. Never throw anything away when you are working on guitars, because this little box of stuff will save the day, and it just did. Look at that. Nice new spring. And now the pickup will behave properly. There we go. There we go. And we're almost ready to tighten her down, and pickup is now ultimately repaired. All right, there it goes. That's all we had to do. Okay, so I think while I've got this pickup out of here, I'm going to go ahead and polish it up a little bit, just because I can get at all the sides of it, because if it needs to come up. Independent, hello. I hope you're having a great day, and thank you for being my moderator. You are a very valuable member of my team, keeping everybody in line and keeping the bots out. I don't have the algorithm. It's funny, Rune sent me a link to a girl's YouTube channel, and she's been on YouTube for about 4 years, which is about 1/3 of the time that I've been on here, but she has hundreds of thousands of subscribers, and she does the exact same thing that I do. Exact same thing. But she does it differently because she's a she. Oh, look at that. And there's the old spring right there. I just found it, and that's what happens. Look at that. If I hadn't cleaned this thing, I would have never found that. And it would have been stuck to the back of this pickup for years, probably slowly but surely diminishing the magnetic power of this. So I'm going to go ahead, my goodness, and I don't know why I didn't look for that, because obviously it's in here. That happens. But it's just funny how women kind of rule YouTube. I can do the same thing, and I've been doing it for years. And there's Jim. The world's greatest banjo player just walked in. You guys are in the presence of greatness.
He's a good banjo picker.
What's happening?
Oh, nothing. Just thought I'd look cool by hanging out at the music store.
Oh, yeah.
It's not working, but I thought I'd try.
Yeah. Well, you know, I've had a really good day so far, because I think I'm the only person here who's made any money at all. No,
I'm trying.
I'm joking.
They make good stuff, don't they?
Oh, yeah, the biggest guitar manufacturer in the world.
Are they still in Korea?
I do not know, but I have to guess this one. This is an older one, so this is probably built in Korea. Oh, that's a nice spring, too. I'm glad I found that.
Gold and black together. That always looks good.
Yeah. I am not a fan of black guitars, as everybody pretty much knows.
No?
Yeah. You want to know why? Now it's got a fingerprint on it.
Marshall, I think I need you.
Okay.
Mike wants to know how he can stream from his telephone onto a TV.
No, onto a car's navigation screen. That's the issue. Like,
on a car.
Yeah, it's like Toyota. They don't want you watching movies while you're driving.
Oh, I got
There's a way of doing it.
Yeah, there is.
But you have to have a third party.
That's another expert. I am not an expert on that. I know about everything, but yeah, Chris is going to help you with that. He will help you get through that whole.
Do you have a factory deck or an aftermarket deck in your vehicle?
Factory. It's a brand new car. It's like.
That's going to take a little bit of.
And I looked at it, just to see if you guys carried that device, how much it was. Too expensive for the
All right.
Yeah, good.
Yeah. Things kind of pitted.
Yeah, it'd be fun watching movies while you drive. Till, of course, the instant you die.
Right. Help me fix his problems. Oh boy.
Typical.
Could you get in trouble for that?
so you pick up, you can just fall right into the guitar, right?
Yeah, somebody loosen that screw up a little bit too far. Alright, so that problem is solved, and we got kind of the dust and dirt off of it. Unfortunately, these pickups, the other thing about black or gold hardware is that it pits out really easy. And so you get this kind of stuff that you really can't get rid of without replating the pickup or buying new pickup covers. BCG 5150, hello. I want to say hi to everybody. And Lars, hello, welcome again. What's happening, Marshall? Yeah, dude, that's all right. I know you were telling me you had a house remodel, and congratulations on that. Just for the record, I have built a couple of homes. I'm a journeyman plumber. Not only am I a guitar tech, or journeyman guitar tech, I guess you would call me, although there's not really an apprenticeship for it. I am a journeyman plumber, and I've worked on some of the most beautiful homes and most expensive homes in our state. I've worked on a lot of them in let's see, what's that little town? It's the most expensive real estate in Oregon. What's it called? Oh, Lake Oswego, yeah. It's kind of a private lake, although it's public. They keep it private by having lots of money and keeping the public out of it. But nonetheless, worked on some of the most beautiful homes, and I plumbed a couple houses for well, Terry Porter, Kevin Duckworth, Clyde Drexler, Cliff Robinson from the Portland Trailblazers, Chris Dudley even, and Dudley was a type 1 diabetic. So I got to work on all these houses, and, you know, as a plumber, you know, of course I was making really good money, and I saved my money, and we built a house. I built a couple of them. Plumbers Union, oh yeah, that's right, yeah. Unit 690. I was in Local 209 in Portland, which is a coupled pipe fitters and plumbers union. But the economy kind of took a crap, and I ended up being laid off, so I had to go back to non-union work. I got my license from a non-union shop, but then joined the union after I became a journeyman, which arguably the non-union the non-union apprenticeship is harder to get through than the union apprenticeship, but that's kind of grandfathered in with the way unions work and such. I love being a union member, though. Man, it felt good to know that they can't fire you. There is no way they could fire you. You'd have to really try to get fired. So the protection in that was really awesome. Okay, so we've gotten that and that fixed. Now let's go up here to the headstock. I want you guys to see how nasty. Look at that. This is a Samick Artist Series Edition. Samick Artists TM. Let's get all the dust off of it. This is the first time this guitar has been cleaned probably in years. It is a dirty guitar. Dirty guitar. Bad guitar. Alright, and I can see the knobs are all nasty, so we'll clean this up and make it nice and pretty for him again. And while I'm up here, let's make sure we check our hardware, make sure everything's nice and snug. I can see that one's moving, so we'll check the screws on the back also. And I get to go home a little bit early today. I'm only going to be on here until about 2 o'clock. And I get to help another friend with their online audio. Mine's been acting up lately at home, and I still don't know why, but I'll figure it out. And it could be a problem with my computer or something. I'm not sure what was going on with that. Really weird. I didn't change anything in any of my programs, any of the settings, but yet my audio and stuff got messed up. But you know how that goes. Let's see. My knees hurt. Hello. Good to see you. You'd be signed off by 3. Yeah. Lake Oswego, Mormons. Yeah, there's definitely a lot of that, and there's definitely a lot of that here in Northeast Oregon. I think we have I don't know, in a community of 14. There's I don't know, in La Grande there's 10,000 people maybe that live here, actually in the city limits, and we have I think 3 or 4 Mormon temples here. Yeah, we used to drive by that great big Mormon temple almost daily to go to work. Pretty astonishing how a religion will, you know, spend that kind of money to make a building. It's totally anti-religion. Thus, I don't belong to any. If you believe in God and all that, God bless you. I have absolute respect for that. I don't. That is my story. I had really bad experiences with churches, and I find that most of them spend far too much money on their church versus doing what God actually, the supposed God writes about in the Bible. So that's what my story is. But it's cool if you believe in God. I don't hold anything against you. I have a lot of religion in my family. My dad's a lawyer, and he's very well educated, studied up in science, and he still believes in it, that there's some superior being out there. Strange to me that people that are educated like that would believe in that stuff, but hey. And it's funny how the more educated people are, the less they are believing in God. And that's just straight statistics. Anyway, you brought up Mormons, so I went on my little random spiel here because I got to talk about something while I'm just cleaning, right? Spend half my time working on guitars just cleaning them, you guys. It's great. I'm not complaining. And as long as you motherfuckers keep breaking your guitars, I'm happy. Because I will fix them. Let's see, I fixed that one this morning. It had a bad ground. It was a Strat. I got a 12-string all worked out, got that one done. That was kind of a big project. I had to do a bunch of nut work on it. I was going to work on that one yesterday, but I had to turn off my stream. But yeah, there's some very expensive real estate in Lake Oswego, Oregon. Beautiful place. I had a girlfriend that lived out there when I was younger and much better looking, and I had more money and all that. And so that was really cool. She was beautiful. She is definitely one that got away. I miss her a lot. We were such good friends. But I think that was all. I think I went through some really serious mental anguish, and she was like, I ain't going to deal with that. Got to keep your head on straight, fellas. Don't get depressed. All right. Now we're clean. Or at least sort of clean. Doesn't that look better? Oh, and also, he told me to take this off of the guitar. Let's see. I hope everybody... Is it in the interface? Yeah, it could be. My audio problem could be something wrong with the audio interface. That's a Dunlop. Let's make sure. He asked me to take that off of the guitar. He's like, yeah, just get it off of there. Okay. Oh, I just sprayed that in my face. Yeah, I'm not sure, man. My audio interface is really old, and I do what I try and tell people to do with their electronic equipment. That's power cycling. Electronic equipment is worse than leaving it on 24/7 in most cases, because you lose components, fail. And so mine's been on and running for, oh gosh, about a decade. I mean, it's only been off, I don't know, maybe 10 or 12 times, just because I had to move or my house burned down or something like that happened. So I think that mine might be done. I don't know, because I know that I have other ones that are twice that old that are still in use in other places. Yeah, I don't know. It seems like there also could be something that an update was done on my computer and it caused a problem with my audio, and it may require contacting the manufacturer. And again, I know you guys can't see what I'm doing here. I'm just cleaning on this thing, getting as much of this guck off of it as I can. It's looking a whole lot better already, except for that it's black. I cannot stand black guitars just because they get. I can clean this till I'm blue in the face, but the moment I hand it to somebody, it's got fingerprints all over it. You could probably. I'm checking the strap buttons to make sure they're nice and snug because we're doing a full, make sure this guitar is healthy. Job on this one. And plastic, although this one is a much better plastic because it's 3-ply, so this one won't break as easily, but manufacturers putting these, what do you think is going to happen when this thing gets set down on the guitar cable, right? It's just astonishing. Use a piece of metal. I have swapped all of mine out. If they have plastic, I've switched them out, and I just swapped one out yesterday on a different Les Paul. So, kind of funny that manufacturer, but they won't listen to me. But that will eventually likely break. But the 3-ply plastic on that is far better than just a single ply. I don't know what I did with that one. Oh, I put it back in the guitar case. Okay, so we got that. Again, we're just cleaning, doing my normal routine on guitars. We fixed the pickup. I haven't even checked the electronics in it. Don't really care. Let's see. Kringle Jenkins, hi, I'm new to the channel. Hey, hello, welcome. It's nice to see you. I'm going to do my best to comment. How did you get into working on guitars? That's a great question. It started when I was 12 years old. I'm currently 54, by the way. I don't try not to say my age, but when I was 12 years old, I had already been playing guitar for a couple of years, and at 10 years old, my mom bought me my own acoustic guitar. Okay? And something happened. I think the guitar got kicked around by one of my buddies, and the bridge broke on an acoustic plastic piece of bridge, you know. And let's see, Joe McGraw, hello, man, welcome. My knees hurt. Thank you for modding for me. I sure appreciate it. Kringle, I am really glad you're here. Welcome to the channel. Be sure to subscribe, and you know, if you hit the thumbs up, that helps. I am working on TikTok. So to continue my story, I broke my guitar, and so back, you know, where I grew up is pretty big city, but back then it was a clean city, and you know, we had a really great bus system, you know, and today, well, anyway, my dad said, go down. I jumped on a bus, a TriMet bus, and went downtown to my favorite guitar shop, which is Apple Music in Portland, which is where I grew up. And I walked into the guy that was working behind the bench doing exactly what I'm doing right now, and I showed him, I had my guitar over my shoulder, and I showed him what I did. What was broken. Like, my guitar is broken. I thought it was the end of the world. I thought my guitar was dead. And the guy literally grabbed a plastic saddle. Oh, where are mine? I got mine here someplace. Well, these are nuts. And I got a bunch of nuts. He grabbed, well, I don't know where my saddles went now. They're someplace around here. I don't know what I did with it. Wait. Where are all my saddles? Well, so he gave me a saddle. These are nuts. So he handed me one of those. It's full size, real too tall and all that. He goes, now, go home, borrow some sandpaper from your dad, and you can fix this yourself. And he just gave it to me. And when I realized that with just that little bit of work, and I probably sanded on that thing for 4 hours straight, because, you know, doing it by hand, holy crap, and my dad gave me probably 220 grit sandpaper. So I was sanding on it for a while, but I realized at that point that I could fix guitars, and, you know, this is back in 1983 when kids knew how to do shit. You know, people knew how to fix lawnmowers and stuff like that. It wasn't today's time where we all just throw shit away, right? So when I figured that out, I started noticing that my guitar had screws and stuff on it, and I was like, well, God, because I'd fixed our lawnmower. My dad helped me learn how to do that when I was a little kid, and that was it. I've been doing it, fixing my own guitars from that moment forward, and I fell in love with doing it, and I saw an opportunity here at the shop that I work for to fix guitars, because there were a lot of them coming in, and my journeyman, who has been at this shop, I think going on 40 years, he's worked here. We have a very small business, and we are all very dedicated to keeping this place going. You don't stay in business for 50 years by doing bad business. And so I saw an opportunity, and I'm like, hey man, I saw these guitars sitting around that really weren't getting fixed, because he was having 18,000 other obligations. And so I took on fixing guitars, and I have built a very nice little business here with this, and I'm just continuing what had already been started. I built a bunch of guitars, and I have probably at this point had well over, oh God, I'm not well over, probably 1,500 guitars here have come through my shop that I have repaired or fixed or built or otherwise worked on. So that's how I got into it. You know, I learned at a really young age that you could fix stuff like this, and you know, of course, as I got older, I learned to set my own guitars up. Let's see, my birthday is 27, but in August, I got you. Oh, you're 54 on the. I just turned on the 30th of March. Get on the bus, Gus. Yep, that was it, man. We are a, let's see, Kringle, I appreciate you. I seriously hate working on. Yeah, I got you. Exactly. My dad had kids so that we could fix the lawnmower. My mom had kids so we could do the dishes, right? We are we're called LeGrand Stereo and Music. And we are a fully functioning guitar shop. We sell televisions, home audio systems, and a big part of our business is car audio and stereo. And we sell every component. We have two of the greatest, most experienced installers in the world doing work on the vehicles. We install car stereos, subwoofers, we troubleshoot them, we fix them, we build them, we design them. Look at all that crap coming off these frets, man. That's awesome. This is a brand new rag. So, and then we also offer guitar lessons. I'm a guitar instructor here, and we sell lots of guitars. We're keeping music alive in our world, and we are a very small business. There are 4 of us literally that work here. There are 4 people that keep this store open. We're open 7 days a week. And my journeyman here, he works like 9 days a week, and he works like 23.6 hours every single day. He's pretty busy, but he's dedicated and he loves it. We all love our jobs, and you know, we have our owner, the man that founded this shop is just a wonderful, the best boss money can't buy. I've told everybody that. He is the kindest man, and nobody here will ever go without. If things happen bad, he'd take care of us, and we take care of him. I go over and fix some plumbing every once in a while, and we come in. He had to go get some medical work done in the last couple days, and my journeyman came in and held down the fort with me on his days off. And you know, that's how we roll. That's how you stay in business for 50 years. That's how you do it. And we all are not afraid to ask one another for help if we need it. You know, this guy, he doesn't like to be on camera, so we'll be polite about that. You'll hear him talk once in a while, but he would give his right arm to help me out, and I would do the same for him. In fact, he's remodeling his house, and I got to get over there and help him rebuild his bathroom. I think that's what we're going to do. So hopefully that answered your question. 27, yeah. You can always tell a good mechanic. The engine bays are always full. Yeah. Oh, dude. Yeah, I'm finally sent some guitars home. I had some here that really needed a lot of work. So I'm going to get you pointed back down here at the business. We got the we got rid of this, and this guitar came in without a case, unfortunately, so I'll get a plastic bag and start keeping stuff in that for him. I'm going to pull his pick guard off here and clean that. So now I'm going to clean the neck. And we're doing just the normal stuff that I do on all guitars. You guys see this every time, almost every time I work on a guitar, where I clean the neck and treat it with linseed oil and do all of that, and then we'll do the setup. This is a very well built guitar, and check this out. Yes, it's a Samick, but oh, sorry, it's a set neck. Check that out. It's an actual real Les Paul. Now, the difference between this and an actual Les Paul, likely the wood used is probably not as expensive, but it also probably has a scarf joint right here so that the headstock won't break off of this guitar, as it would if it had a fall and a Gibson Les Paul had a fall and they both landed in the exact same way. The Gibson would break, this one won't. I say this at almost every, I still cannot believe Gibson is able to and legally can build guitars that are known to break. That is built-in failure. And it's been happening since the day they started building them, and they won't change it because of tradition. Tradition, right? There was a movie, Fiddler on the Roof, right? Tradition. That was a great movie. I love that film. Some great music in it also. Oh, and I have just another little detail. I've had a couple of new students come in. Yesterday was my first lesson with a young lady who's wanting to learn to play guitar, and I'm really excited about that. There has been a definite upturn in the young ladies who are learning to play guitar right now, and I'm really grateful for that. Because just like YouTube, they have a much better chance of making it. They possess stuff that men don't, and they have a very good opportunity for good success. And if they're good at what they do and they study music, man, these young ladies could potentially make it. Where, most of us men don't have the ability to draw the attention that young ladies can on things, social media, places like YouTube and TikTok and that. Man, they can make a living playing guitar. So I'm really hopeful, and I'm really grateful that these young ladies are showing an interest. That is really super cool to me. I've had, oh gosh, I'll bet you I've taught over 100 young ladies to play guitar, at least, and many of them have given it up, or other important items come to order, or they graduate or move or whatever. But so we got the neck all clean. I got to check my time because I want to make sure I'm doing good. So, Snooks, what's happening? Jampro, hello, man. Hopefully you're having a good day at work. Post inappropriate comments or questions. Yeah. Yes, indeed. Many Vibes, what's happening? Foamy Stuff is Many Vibes, good to see you. It's Simple Green. I appreciate everybody being here. I'm going to try and say hello to y'all as best I can. M2M. Let's see.
Yeah, come on down when you get a chance, and we'll hook you up with the new antenna and stuff.
Is it
Thank you so much. Do you want me to get your information and give it to Richard so he can call you and kind of run through it a little bit better with you?
Happy afternoon, Snooks. Forgive me, I was working here. Okay, thank you, my knees hurt. I appreciate that. Wow, I must be getting some, it's nice because I'm getting trolled now, so that means that my channel must be doing okay. I know that sounds fucking goofy, but Justin and Indy and my knees hurt, thank you all for looking out for that. It's unfortunate that our world is so full of such, just, I don't know, tragic people. Unbelievable. So I'm using a little bit more, get you down here in the work. I'm going to start putting strings on this thing here shortly. I think before I do that, I'm just polishing this bridge up a little bit, try and bring a little bit of the shine back to it. I appreciate you guys. That's why we have to have mods. You know, it's unfortunate because we're all paying the price for the deeds of bad men. With, you know, respect to, I can't teach children in my apartment. I can't give guitar lessons in my apartment because of bad people. You know, it's really sad. But here we are. You know, it's unfortunate. I have to teach all of my young, if my students are under 18, I have to teach them here at our shop, which is fine. But God, my apartment's like a guitar museum, and it would just be so cool to be able to, you know, watch one of my students walk into my apartment and just watch their head explode when they see all the guitars hanging on my walls. It's pretty neat. Okay, here we go with string. Oh wait, I'm gonna pull this pickguard off here and clean underneath that. Okay, let's see how long. This screw is about the only gold screw. I know my arm is right in the middle of the movie. I'm sorry about that. Simple green, that's what the foam was. I didn't see that comment, and whoa. That's why people don't go live with this. Hopefully you didn't see that. I just dropped my screwdriver. Okay, so we're just taking this pick guard. Look at all that guck on it. So we're going to just clean this up. And, you know, this is totally unnecessary to do, but gosh, I'm right here. Why not? You know? It gives me a chance to kind of get here and try and knock some of the pitting off of this thing. Maybe shine it up a little bit. It's never going to get back to the way it was. This gold hardware on most guitars gets pitted very easily. But it looks a lot better with even just that little bit of scrubbing that I'm doing. I'm using semi-chrome polish that's I use to polish the frets. I've got a bunch of it left on this rag, so I'm just using it up. All right, and now we will get rid of the dust. Now on most Les Pauls, this line, hopefully, I don't know how well you can see that. There's kind of a line right here in the finish. Sometimes you can polish that out. So I'm using a new spot on my rag, and let's see if we can make that line disappear. Yeah, yep. There's a little bit of it because it's been, sometimes the pick guards actually touch the finish, and it has scratched the finish on one side here. But that's all right. It still looks light years better than it did, right? I think this work is very worthy. This guy's gonna love getting his guitar back. It won't be done until tomorrow, likely. I'm gonna run out of time today, but we'll get her done. Let's see, many by happy birthday. Yeah, thanks. These kids here. Let's see. So far, Dunlop 2055 to clean the body. Simple green, clean the fray. Yeah, that's it, man. Yeah, and I use Dunlop 65 on the body, the paint, such. It's a pretty good product. I've been using it for years now. There are certainly other products that you can use. I'm not necessarily sold on one specific thing, but I've been using it for a long time, and I can speak for it that it does work. And I use some, I got some other stuff here I want to show you. This stuff I actually used the other day, and I'm really impressed with it. I'll go grab some here. And I used it because my apprentice was using it on guitars, and I was watching him, and it seemed like it worked a whole lot more quickly than the 65. So I may end up switching brand of guitar polish. Black guitars, you just can't make them. I mean, every speck of dust on this you can see. Let me go grab this other stuff. Check this out. If you have not tried, now I know these guys make a lot of different products, and I'm sorry about that. My camera guy just doesn't keep up with me. Well, to say guitar is pretty like this one is. Yes. So, lizard spit, guitar polish. This is pretty good stuff. And what I liked about it was that, you know, you put one little spray on there. And I'm gonna grab a towel, and it goes away very quickly. Unlike the Dunlop 65, but man, it does a great job. So the reason I'm using 65 still is simply because I have this bottle and it's brand new, and my buddy TheFalCRO gave me a lifetime supply of it, which I may be giving this away if I do decide to switch. But I have this big old jug of it. Yes, that's how big it is. My hands are not very big, but it's a big old jug of it. Lifetime supply. Yep. We're having fun today. All right, let's put strings on this thing. Man. Thanks. Now I have a fingerprint. See that? It's good looking out. I'm allowed to say a guitar is pretty... Yeah. 1950s Gibson wiring harness from a YouTube... Oh, no kidding. But I don't think he sent it. It's been oh man. Yeah. It's funny, TheFalCRO ordered that, and he thought he was ordering one of these. Oh no. He ordered the lifetime supply. So what we did, we swapped them out. I gave him one of these, and he gave me that big old jar of it, and I've just been refilling my little bottle out of that one. So... go, and I'm gonna put strings on this as quickly as possible. This is how you guys should be putting strings on your guitars. It's the easiest, fastest way I know of to get a set of strings on a guitar. And there's nothing fancy, no knots, no. Look at this guitar, it looks so much better. Oh, dropping my tools. I haven't found a faster or better way to put strings on a guitar. I've been doing it like this since I was probably 9 when I put my first set of strings, 9 or 10. All right, 2 wraps over your wraps, through the hole, pull it taut, cinch it up. Right, pretty quick. All right. Yeah, it makes the process really quick and easy. And you know, on a Les Paul, you want to be careful to make sure that the strings are going through your saddles. Sometimes they'll fall in between the saddles, and you know, that can cost you a little bit of time, because then you got to loosen the string up if you tighten it down. So I'm really careful about making sure that the string goes through the saddle. Now we're getting to the unwound strings, and this is my policy on unwound strings. Here we go. Get ready. I know you guys know it, but many of you do. But we do 3 wraps. 1, 2, 3, and then over the top of your wraps. Don't go in between them. Don't go on the bottom of them. You want your wraps going downhill, and you want your wraps to look nice and tidy. Look at how clean and tidy that is. And believe me, I am making this look very, very simple compared to actually how difficult it is. Now, I always use these to pull a little bit of the excess slack out of it. You know, I don't always have to do that, but often. Let's see. Be Smiley. Oh yeah, okay. Be Smiley, welcome. Tukas Milker Matheson. Okay, we got some trolls hanging out today, don't we? I sure appreciate you guys modding for me. 1, 2. Boy. All right, and I will go through and block those. I'll go back through the chat, and I will block those people from my YouTube channel. You don't get 2 chances on my channel to say something rude. Be Smiley. Let me see. I almost bought one of those. Yeah. The Korean ceramics. Yeah. This thing is pretty. This is a pretty nice guitar, man. I mean, I'd put it up against a Gibson. I don't know. I haven't heard it yet, but I'm about to. Again, 1, 2, 3 wraps. Make sure your wraps are nice and tidy. Go through. I almost got 4 wraps on this one because I had to. Come on. Yeah, there we go. Now, this one decided to play a little hard to get. There we go. Sometimes these things will want to twist it because the strings will go everywhere but where they're supposed to go, just like electrical wires when you're trying to solder. They want to go everywhere but where you want them to go, you know. Strings do the same thing. But look at how tidy and neat that looks. And in doing that, I know that I have great friction between each one of those windings, which keeps the string. Man, I was pretty close. I was pretty close by ear. Now I'm going to stretch these strings real quick. My ear still works. That's kind of cool. So I'm stretching the strings. I don't do this in any particular order. Oh, and I know what, I just realized I forgot to do something, so we're going to do that now. I put the strings on, and I did not oil the fingerboard. So I'm going to loosen the string tension here a little bit. Now I have to do a setup on this thing anyway. So I've done this before, but I'm going to raise these saddles a little bit. And I love the fact, I love these types of bridge adjustments because they have this nice beautiful screwdriver so you can raise the string action. Now I'm being careful. I'm just raising it enough that this will make it easier for me to get a paper towel under this. So if you forget to oil your fingerboard, and I do recommend using linseed oil, and I've recently switched to boiled linseed oil, which I really love. Collected Korean guitars for some reason. Well, good for you. It's nice to meet you, by the way, Mr. Smiley. I don't think we've met before. Known for hike, yeah. Yeah. And I think Peavey guitars have recently switched to having their guitars manufactured in Korea, because their quality went like skyrocketed recently. We're a Peavey dealership, and we got some new guitars in, and holy smokes, those things are nice. And they just are nothing like ones that we've had over the last couple years. So I'm hoping that you guys might be onto something there with respect to the Korean guitars, because they are really nice. I got no problem with them. I don't care where they're built, because I can set any one of them up and you know, make them play nicely. I want to say thank you to all the members of my channel and for becoming members of my channel. I really appreciate it. And I haven't been able to do a whole lot of members only stuff recently because I have just been far too busy with work and lessons, and also my band has gotten very busy. We've been offered a job on a cruise ship, so we may do that in the next, possibly next year. When I say next year, 2026. Okay. All right. Okay. So unfortunately, I forgot to put linseed oil on the neck, so this is what I have to do. And it's okay. Man, this thing is soaking this oil up like nothing. This neck is dry as a bone. It was dry as a bone. Here we go. There we go. Okay, just wipe it on and wipe it off. Don't leave any puddles of linseed oil on your guitar neck. You will regret it. It'll leave a real shiny spot usually, and it just doesn't look real balanced. You know, you put linseed oil on this and just watch this wood just come back to life. It's just a beautiful thing. There we go. Yeah, we're doing it. We are doing it. We're getting close. And I have another brand new rag here, so I'm going to wipe off the oil off of these pickups. I like doing the linseed oil first because it lets me keep stuff tidy. Shall we also? Okay. All right, boy. Yeah. We don't know what the chances on that cruise ship thing. Boy, I'm getting some trolls today. That's interesting. I like to leave it open to anyone to be able to come in and watch, just because somebody might find this and I might be working on something that they can, it might help them fix their own guitar. That's what I do this for. All right, please pick up some. Yeah, with Eppies, I got ya. PAF Humbuckers. Yeah. Jampro, it's great to talk to you today. Thanks for the call and thanks for checking on me today. I appreciate that. You guys, if you're not subscribed to Jamprosound's channel, befriend him and be sure to watch anything that he puts out. A very, truly remarkable person. And also, I want to also add to that be sure to go to Independent Many United's channel and subscribe to her stuff. She's doing a lot of live streaming in the evenings, and she does some really interesting, what do you call it, events, ultimately. Some really interesting stuff. Oh, you know who it is. Okay. I appreciate that. You can, if I don't know if you have the ability to do that, but if you want to just block him from my channel, you are more than welcome to do that. Been using linseed oil forever. Good for you. Yep. Me too. Well, not forever, but almost. I think I shared the story about how I kind of started using it, and I will never forget that moment to get to talk to somebody famous like that. And who works for one of the greatest guitar players in the history of rock and roll. That was pretty neat. Now, so I was stretching the strings, so I'm going to finish doing that. I don't know if y'all remember that Jackson that I was able to take home the other night. I did a live stream of it after I put active EMG pickups in it. The owner of that guitar came in and got it yesterday. Actually, his daughter came in, and man, she is a spitting image of her dad. And I mean that in the most beautiful way. Beautiful girl. But she came in and picked up his guitar yesterday, and I haven't heard from him. It's probably because he probably hasn't eaten because he's playing. That thing is so nice. That was such a sweet guitar. I was so happy that he let me work on it. Okay, I got to keep an eye on the clock. Okay, I got about 15 minutes. We're looking good. Yeah, linseed oil is great. Yeah, Vera. Yeah. Yeah, if you're playing a lot, you could do it 2 times a year, but you can get away with once a year. The stuff hardens, it cures, and man, I usually treat mine once a year, even as with all the amount of playing that I do. But I have so many guitars, so I can't play them all. Making Epiphone. Yeah. Making these sounds. That's actually cooler than Heppies, though. Yeah, I think so. I agree with you. Pretty neat looking. All right, so we're going to get on to the setup. So here we go. We're going to check the neck relief. This is my order of operations. This is how I do it. Okay, so the neck is very, very flat. And so we need to pull the, we're going to make a small adjustment to the, I'm sorry if you couldn't see me do that. We'll check it again. Pull the truss rod cover off of here. So the neck is too flat. So we need to loosen the truss rod a little bit on this one. And I kind of half expected that, but you know, I turn the truss rod on almost every single guitar that I work on. Wow, look at that. It has a good old-fashioned Gibson nut in there, which I am not a fan of. Because you can only jack the scully. Yep. Where are you? Okay, so here's my Gibson. Is this the same size nut? Nope. It's a smaller one. Where are you at? Where'd you go? I just had you in my... There you are. Is it this one? Yep, there it is. Okay, so I'm going to loosen this truss rod a little bit. Wow, that almost feels like it's a dual action. No, that's a single action. Alright, so here's again how I just moved the truss rod just a little bit. We make very small moves on this until we get it exactly right. I'm using a 7/1000. I'm lowering the neck relief a little bit. I did start at 10/1000, but that's still a little bit too shallow. Give it one more little tweak, but that tiny little move that I just made did help get. Okay, so we're going to do about that much. Now let's check it again. And I fret the guitar right at the point that the neck meets the body because it can't bend up here, right? So I'm going to give it one more little turn. Small moves. Small moves. Never hurry. Never hurry when you're working on a guitar. Small moves. You'll be grateful you did it. There we go. Now we're talking. All right. So we've got our neck relief correct. So let's check our string action. And we're going to go ahead and try and set this at 4/64, so the low E string, which we're about 2/64, 4/64, and 3/64. So let's take our handy dandy little screwdriver, and we're lowering the string action at this point. It was a little bit high, but I had already moved it, so kind of had an idea that I was going to have to do this a little bit. But I was awful close. I'm going for 4/64 and on the bass E, and then we're going to go 3/64 on the treble E. And the reason that I'm doing that on this Samick is because I know how well built these guitars are, and you can usually get away with extremely low string action on one of these. So now we've got the string action down here nicely. So let's check our pickup height real quick while we're at it. So pickups are a little too high, and I know I've got plenty of room to lower them. So, and again, I'm looking at 4/32 to the top of the screw. I know you can tighten those down and set it level with the top of the pickup, but I don't do that. I've been doing it like this for so long. I don't want to change anything, and I don't have anybody complaining. So that's important. Boy, those ones are dead on. Holy smokes, how did I get that lucky? I'm going to be out of work. Okay. That one was way too close. Let's see. Putting your pickups too close to the strings is not a good idea. It won't make your guitar louder, it will make it brighter, and it will kill your sustain. Although louder is often, or brightness is often interpreted as being louder because our ears can hear that a little bit better. So there we go, 4. Looking good. All right. Now we need to tune this thing back up and play it. I do have to intonate it, but let's see what this thing is made of. My channel, open mic, yeah. There you go. Antique wood, definitely working on roll. Yeah. I don't ever treat maple fingerboards unless it's unfinished. But an unfinished maple board, and I'm just responding to Snap. One of my snacks has a stupid nut as well. Yeah, trust not. Multiple wrenches. Dude, I have every size wrench you could possibly imagine for adjusting. I got that one. I've got one for tailors. I've got one for guilds because they all are different sizes. It's not like, they would, everybody use a 5/16 or a, something common. I mean, why would they do that? That would just make too much sense. Right, so I know the guitar is set up pretty nicely. I don't know how the intonation is. I haven't checked it. I just wanted to play it a little bit here before, and I haven't checked the electronics yet. So let's, woo, that sounds fantastic. Ooh, sorry about that. But I really am not. Like a typical Les Paul, typically in the center position on a Gibson Les Paul, you're using both pickups. If you rolled one of the volume controls off, you would have no volume. The guitar would shut off. But with this one, you can turn the volume all the way down on one of the pickups and still have the other pickup working. Very cool. I know that's probably really loud, and I apologize for that. I'm not, let's see, most maple boards, yeah, that's true, BCG, yeah. Warcraft 2 is doing some crap too. Boy. Yeah. 5150s. VCG. Yeah, I'll have to use those again. I still have them there. I haven't been doing a whole lot of lives playing through that lately. I don't know. I haven't really been feeling good about my guitar playing, so we go through moments like that, I think, in life. Guitar. Holy smokes. Sparky, hello, welcome back, brother. I appreciate you saying that. I take that compliment. I appreciate that. I just, I go through moments. But I appreciate you saying that. That helps my confidence factor a lot. I really do appreciate that. I've been enjoying watching your videos, by the way, man. And I'm glad that you're doing that. I think you need to share some of that stuff because it's neat to see how other people do things differently than I do. Of course, I can always watch Dave's World of Fun stuff, and the other. I don't watch The Guitologist anymore. He went on his political fucking weirdness. Weird. It's a bummer, man. He had such a great channel until he got all Trumpified. I don't care if you voted for Trump. I don't care if you voted for. I don't care. Just vote. Millions of not millions, hundreds of thousands of people died so that you can vote to elect an asshole like Donald Trump. But that's cool. You did it, right? But man, let me see how this thing behaves with a little bit of overdrive on it. Now it's not staying in tune real well, and I think that's probably because I need to stretch these strings a little bit more thoroughly. We'll make it a thorough. And again, thank you everybody for tuning in today. Hit the thumbs up. It does help. And thank you guys for being members of my channel. I know I haven't been doing much to make that worth too much, but I just have been too busy. I'm off early today. So I have it in mind to do a members only video, and I think that the intonation on this thing is out, and my G string's not stretched enough. We love G strings around here. We love G strings, especially on Les Pauls. If you have never seen a Les Paul and a G string, you are missing out. not sure I'm trusting. My favorite old tuner that I've had here for years is now gone. I miss it. I had that Snark and I used it for about 8 years straight, and I kept it and it worked and it never broke, and I came back from a weekend off and it went home with somebody probably. Alright, let's check the intonation. I gotta check my time. I gotta be careful here. I am out of time today. My goodness. The next thing I will do on this guitar, but before I do that, I'm going to clean the neck because this is really bugging me. And then I'm going to go home. I might be live a little later on this evening with my friend Jacob, doing a little bit of playing and singing. And so keep an eye out for that. And be sure to subscribe to Independent Many United, and Sparky971 is doing some content now. So be sure to subscribe to all those channels and lend them their support. Those people have been really super cool friends and family now. You know, I know that we talk a lot about communities and such, but I don't know. I don't know if my channel is necessarily a community, but if that's what we call it, that's fine. I'm all about community. I think I help mine a lot where I live. Here we go. Oh, that looks so much better. Yeah, it had some guck on it. Thank you, Jamprosound, for all your help today and for checking on me. I appreciate that. Oh, I ordered a new Callahan bridge for my white Strat that I built recently, and I'll be putting that on live on the air at some point. Probably going to take a week for me to get that. So keep that in mind. That's something that you'll have to look forward to from my channel. And tomorrow when I get back to work, I will put the intonation to this thing, get it intonated properly. And oh, I appreciate you saying that. I'm doing my best. It's a little infuriating to watch a girl come on doing exactly the same thing I'm doing and watch her go to 265,000 subscribers, and her channel is literally as boring as mine. I just don't have the features that she has, but I think I have 100 times the knowledge, but I don't get the same attention. It's really frustrating. There's nothing I can do about it. I would love to see that, but y'all have a really, really wonderful rest of your Wednesday. I might be on a little bit later on with a guy named Jacob Stevens, who is an amazing country artist. Very good friend of mine. We've been friends for a long time, and his children call me Uncle Toby. And if you know the story behind that, you know. You're in the know. Tried to a G-string. Right? I could wear a G-string, and boy, would that be nice. They're pretty small. I don't have one laying around right now, but I'll get one. So some more leg. I know. I need to show my ripped, buff belly and such, and then maybe I get more ladies coming on. I just wish I had the same draw that young women do. Because I think I've shared far more stuff than many of them have, but I just don't get the attention because I don't have the obvious features that they do. Big lips, or often fake lips and fake chests and fake butts. Right? I know. You're 5150, you're absolutely right. I have tattoos. They're really cool ones. It's like a guitar, Larrivee. Come on. Break out the nut sauce. All right, you guys, I gotta go home. I gotta eat. Have a really great rest of your day. Jampro, hope to talk to you a little later on. See how you're doing and check on your little one. And you guys, again, thanks for being here. I really appreciate it. This stream got a lot of people. I'm shocked because I don't have tatas. Amazing, amazing. Yeah. All right, you guys, thank you for being here. Peace, y'all. Have a great Wednesday. I love you all. Have a great day.
If I could see it, I'd get one of those. It would have to be somebody in my house, close range.